McDonald's fries, overrated, overhyped. Yeah.
What the fuck is a mukbang?
You might get sued, motherfucker. Whoop, 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 whoop.
It is a sexy instrument.
Tiger Woods is my neighbor.
Dude had no respect.
At the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter.
Parlay's always a party. Let's go, parlay.
How we doing, everyone?
The woe is good for once, and then once is enough for the woe.
The thing is, I've been on the woe train for a long time. I'm
don't
never
even know what
letting
that
it
is.
leave. I'm never letting it leave the station.
All right, so let's not leave our guests waiting, Paul. We have another special guest, 3 in a row.
3 weeks in a row for Life's a Party. We're on the come up, and we are finally getting some in-studio guests, which is solid.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out TikTok influencer Stas Lembryk. Welcome
There
to the
we go.
show.
Welcome to the set, baby.
He's already
Life
bringing
is a party, my guys. And I'm a huge hat guy, and coming back from the Olympics, I brought you guys two
Dope.
my finest NBC Olympics hats.
That's solid.
What were you doing in the Olympics? Were you in the Olympics? Did you
I
race against
wish.
Michael Phelps?
Oh my God, I met Michael Phelps.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you
I
know
was-
that at all? Was
I
that
didn't
the
know
one?
he went to the Olympics.
So that was one thing. So Ryan was talking about guests, right? We'll give you a little inside real quick. Ryan loves, just like any late night show, they do a deep dive into their guests. They got to see what's going on in their
Big
lives,
stalker.
what
I'm
about
a huge
them.
stalker.
So Ryan's talking about, he's like, I've been stalking the guests. That's one thing you missed. I knew this.
Yeah, I missed this. I don't know. When was this? Why'd you go? When'd you go?
So, I mean, just as a preface, why I'm wearing this looking thing, I also got this in Japan when I was there for the Olympics.
First of all, it's fucking dope.
So yeah, it was a really cool experience. I mean, so I went to, this is coming up on a year ago. I went to Japan for the 2020 Olympics.
Nice.
And I work for NBC in the wardrobe department and I help dress. I was a runner, so I'm not gonna make it seem like I was
Yeah.
anything more. But I was a part of the process of helping get all of the on-screen talent dressed and working with a lot of big names in the sports world, especially in the Olympics and stuff.
So
Where
you saw Michael Phelps naked?
no,
he was getting changed.
unfortunately
you didn't
not.
fully dress
Actually,
him.
we've
no.
all pretty much seen him naked with their
That's pretty much true, yeah.
It's only up to the imagination. What
So I
they
didn't
left.
know that. You're a big fashion guy.
Yeah, I am actually a fashion.
He's looking pretty good. He's definitely
He
better
is.
than looking than us.
I'm gonna have to hire you to dress me.
I could if you want me to.
He's like, yeah, if you got the dough, I'll dress you up. We definitely need some help here on the show.
So how did you guys meet?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, I
start,
can
or
start
you
it.
go
So,
for it?
we on the show, we always talk about Ryan and I. We're trying to lose weight. We're trying to get in the gym. We're trying to look better, right? Unfortunately, it's hard. We're definitely not two gym guys.
No, I've quit. Sorry.
And so one of my buddies, Matt, he's a big gym buff.
Yeah, he is.
And it was something where I was just talking to him, and he's local. I live very close to him now. When I moved, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I would love to work out with you. So he's like, all right, cool. So he took me to his gym, and we were working out and doing his sets and stuff. And then because that's from like his hometown, he has a bunch of buddies who go through the gym as well. And Stas was one of his friends who was also working out at the time.
Yep.
And then I found out later that Matt told, because we both do TikTok and we're both trying to do like content creation, that Matt told him that I had a podcast, and then like I met him that day, and we were just kind of like shooting it, talking about.
And then you're like, you gotta text me because I'm not gonna be back here often.
Yeah,
to
it's
talk
like
to
I
you.
don't know if I'll see you here again, but
Well, prior to that too, like I found like you guys came up on my For You page for the Disney video with the green and everything.
classic.
Great
Well,
video.
I'm a Disney guy. You know me-
Huge
you know
Disney
me
guy.
as a Disney guy.
Huge Disney guy.
Okay, yeah.
I like growing up too, and like going to Disney. But I saw that video first and everything, and then like I was ironically with Matt when that happened because
Oh, really?
Matt and I have grown up together since 3rd grade. He lives 2 houses down from me. Like we've been best friends for way too long. But I was watching it and I was with him and I was like, "Oh, look at this video." And he was like, "Oh yeah, that's my friend Paul." And I
hate
was
that.
like,
That's
"Oh,
funny.
cool. All right." And then I like I followed and kept watching the stuff that you guys
Yeah.
were putting out, and then like you said, met at the gym. And then a couple other times after that too, more
Yeah.
frequently when you moved up by
Strip
us.
club,
So
No,
Yeah.
the bar, we
You know,
met.
that's a good transition. So, like, as you're being a TikTok influencer, you're trying different bits. I was stalking your page, and you did a gym like bit where you go around and you ask the
Yeah.
people working out, like, what are they listening to? And I thought it was so funny when I was watching your video specifically because he went to like 15, 10 people, and you could tell like the relationship with one another was like, oh, like we know each other. Like if I were to do that around the thing, they'd be like, what the fuck? Get away from me. Like, I don't know what it is. So I was like, you must be going to the gym a lot because you look like so friendly with these people when you're doing it.
The people that I'm going up to are the ones that, I'm more friendly with, which I would love to go up to people that I didn't know and do it. Because I make those videos as like a deal with the gym that I go to.
Oh.
So I get like
that's pretty solid,
That's
actually.
sick.
I get to go to the gym for free, and I make a video a week for them, either with their shakes or doing whatever I think. But like I was saying, I wish I could go up to random people in the gym and talk to them, but at the same time, I'm respecting that gym etiquette where it's like, I don't know you that well. I'm not gonna come and ruin your set. So most of the people in those videos are my friends, Matt, Danny, or even my sister, or other people that I've just met going to the gym for however long I've been there for.
So let's ask the most controversial gym question.
Okay.
Should people be allowed to shoot their like workout session with like people walking past? Like, how do you feel about people who walk in front of the
filming?
camera? No, like the people who walk in front of the camera and people get mad when they're filming in a public gym. Where do you stand on that?
It's like, dude, calm down. Like, it's a gym, first off. So if you're setting up your camera that's in the way,
Like on the dumbbell rack or something.
Yeah, like like there are people at my gym that make content, and the one kid, he started posting more frequently and everything, but he's very respectful with where he puts his phone and making sure, nobody's around him. But if you're getting pissed that somebody's walking past your camera when you're filming a set in a public gym, that's first off, if it's a commercial gym, like I go to a Retro Fitness, if you're doing it at a Retro or a Planet or something like that, like, you can't get mad at other people.
That's where people like me and Ryan, like, you go, it's like the person who shows up once a week, once a month maybe, and it's just
Once a
trying to get
decade.
some exercise. You know what I mean? Like, not doing anything stupidly, trying to build muscles, just kind of trying to be a little more healthy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dive into a bunch of your content and stuff like that.
Oh, joy.
But I do have a big question that is very confusing to me while I was stalking you.
Okay.
So you are kind of like trying to take the influencer route, right? Like you have a following on TikTok, on YouTube. You started wanting to maybe go towards YouTube. You came up with an intro video.
Yes,
But
I
my
did.
question is I
yes, I did.
So I go to stalk his Instagram account, private. That doesn't make sense to me. So why is your personal Instagram account private?
My personal Instagram account is privated because my aunt got hacked, and her whole, like, she's a teacher, and her whole school got hacked by some person where it was like somewhat related to a sextortion case. If you know
shit.
what that is like,
not.
it's like when people will pretend and like Photoshop you in like very well done Photoshops on like nude pictures and be like, I have your naked pictures. Give me X.
Like blackmailing?
It's blackmailing and extortion of all of that kind and whatever. And like this happened pretty recently.
Gotcha.
To like her and everything, and I'm like, okay, I'm associated by name with this person. I also have somewhat of a following, so these people, because they're all stupid.
You're probably top of that list. Like, we're gonna try.
In
Yeah,
regards
that
to
makes
my
sense.
family,
Yeah.
most likely, yeah. And I'm just taking that precaution. And it's also like my personal Instagram. I tried to make it grow like as an influencer's account and being like, okay, grab my TikTok following and transition it over. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to keep my Instagram just my Instagram and stuff.
We
And
feel
just
like because
post.
like we've talked about that with our TikTok, and Paul was like, really, like maybe we should just be having our own TikToks as well on our own channels to help build our brand. But we've never really done that.
Cause I've so that's something my girlfriend like loves like to make fun of me of, like that my account for my Instagram account is public.
Yeah.
And it's like I definitely do see people that I'm like not sure of that I could see probably come from TikTok somehow where like on our Instagram account in the bio is tagged as Ryan and I's accounts.
Yeah.
So I remember, but that's when we started getting a following on TikTok is when actually I made my Instagram public. It was just something like, okay, cool. Like I might get some more followers. Like it's not that big a deal, but I can see where for me, like you still want to keep it a little more private. And that's where even like right now, like, it's like, what's your really close friends? And a lot of people do that with Snapchat. They'll have like a private Snapchat story, right? It's like, oh, like what's my really, really close friends? And we've talked on the show too with Be Real, which is a new app.
Love that app
that we're actually,
so much.
yeah, like we're actually friends on.
Yeah.
And that's really like a very close group of people to me. Like I'm like now I think I have like maybe like 10 friends on it that
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like I really question it. I'm like, do I actually follow you? Like, how close are we?
Yeah.
Because I think that app, there's so many different apps where it's like just freedom now.
Yeah.
Where I kind of want certain applications of like social media accounts just personal.
It's almost like because you guys are more of like a smaller scale. It's like a Justin Bieber. You would think maybe Justin Bieber likes the Be Real app.
Yeah,
To
right. Like
see
who's
his-
on? Yeah, for his, he probably has.
Gives him a sense of privacy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I like Be Real. I've been like my friends told me about it when it like kind of just came out too. So I've been on it for a while, and I would see like more and more of my contacts would be like, oh, follow this and this, and I would get like friend requests for it and whatever. But I'm like, I keep it to like 15 of the people that I actually care what they're doing in that moment. In Be Real, it's like
Yeah.
cool. Like if you're somebody that I just talked to in high school and it's like I know you, that's what Instagram's for, whatever. But Be Real is like I don't care if somebody that I talked to 3 times is at the park. Like
Yeah.
I don't care about that. It's
All right, so let's transition to TikTok because that's where majority of your following is.
yes.
If you don't follow Stas yet, you can follow him on TikTok. We'll pull it up. It's at Staslem, STASLEM. So go give him a follow over there on TikTok. It's a good follow. Now, what I want to ask you is like, what made you go to TikTok?
Well,
and what your main niche is on
there,
TikTok.
that's what I was like, let's explain what you do
Okay.
and then how you got there.
Okay, so explanation of what I do. Pretty simple. I eat food and I drink liquids. That's what my bio says. Eat
pretty
food,
solid.
drink liquids, only positivity, whatever.
Was it like, oh, one review blew up and it was like, okay, I can start doing this and gain traction, or was it legit like, oh, I'm gonna grind this out and make it sort of my thing?
So, like, okay, originally how I got onto TikTok was back in like 2018, 2019, where it just started becoming TikTok from
Yeah.
Musically. And my sister was on Musically since when they got taken over and turned into TikTok or whatever. And she was like, why don't you get on TikTok and just post videos? Like, you have that look. And I don't know what that means.
It's like, you could go either way. It could go either way.
Dude, it's so
You
vivid.
got that stupid face look
Yeah.
that would just go viral at any point on
Pretty much,
TikTok.
Arden, if you're watching this, which you better, because I'm gonna send you the link.
Facts.
She said, you look stupid like these TikTok guys. Go do it. So I turned it around on her, and originally I was gonna make videos of me scaring the shit out of her because she
Oh,
gets
nice.
scared so easy. So if you went back like 2-3 years in my TikTok, it's originally videos of me hiding in my sister's closet and her being like, Stash, where are you? I know you're here. I know you're here. You're in my closet. And then I open the door and I still scare the shit out of her. So that's what it was originally. And then when I was we took a family trip to Italy, and there were these like stray cats, and I had pizza and I recorded me feeding the pizza to the cats, and we're like Italian strays like pizza, right?
Yeah.
And that video got 2.5 million views, but this was
Jesus.
in 2019.
Yeah.
So
How many followers did you have at that point?
at that point,
Yeah.
before posting the video,
Before posting the video.
it was probably
A couple hundred?
maybe 1,000, like
Yeah.
maybe 1,000 at that point or whatever. And then after that video, it was 10,000 followers in a day and a half.
So once that video went viral, it's like, okay, food's associated with it.
No, not
No.
even at all. It was just I saw the video blow up and I was getting a following, so I was like, okay, cool. I might as well keep posting videos. So I just was doing anything that came to mind.
Right.
But then it was one day I went to Starbucks with one of my friends, and I was like, you know what? Let me ask them to just surprise me with a drink.
Yeah.
So I asked them, I was like, to the barista at the drive-thru, I said, hi, could you give me your favorite drink? And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know, surprise me. I don't have any allergies. I'm not
Yeah.
picky, whatever.
Yeah.
Give me whatever you want.
Because I wouldn't be able to do that.
What?
Because
Ask
I'm a
for it?
picky guy.
No, we're
picky.
both pretty picky eaters, which is it was just funny to see like the content that you do is not we could never do
I
it.
could never do it. Never.
Yeah, it's
Ryan-
just not in our
Ryan
wheelhouse.
was complaining earlier that they screwed up his iced tea
Yeah.
from Dunkin' tonight.
We'll get to a debate later. Maybe we'll do a little Starbucks Dunkin' debate.
Oh, my
But do you ever
God.
get bored of your niche? If that's a question that you kind of get. So it's like, I gotta review this like every day. I gotta have a post. And it's like, oh, I gotta go out and like. You ever want to like venture off and do other things? Because what you're doing reviews with food is it's working. Like people follow you
Yeah.
and they fuck with you. But is there ever a time where it's like, man, I'd rather go do some more scary movies, like go scare my sister more often?
I mean, like, yeah, I would love to because that would be great.
I would like to say shout out. What was her name? Arden.
Arden, yeah.
You guys are a good duo. Even though I did think you guys were dating at first.
So many people did though.
That's crazy.
Because I was telling him before the show, he had a video where I don't know, he went to Starbucks or Dunkin' or whatever it was. And he went through the drive-thru, and then afterwards he's like, "Dude, that girl was so cute." And like, we gotta find her. If you find her, tell her to hit me up. And then like his sister was in the car, and I was like, "Dude, your girlfriend was right there." Dude.
I was like,
Dude,
nah.
dude had no respect. I was like, but then I later found out I was a sister, and I was like, "Oh, it makes sense." They
Or
look
we were
alike.
both in on it. Who knows?
Oh, baby,
Oh,
here
Nah.
we go.
But
Kid show.
no, yeah, I do want to like. I would love to venture out. Like, unfortunately, I still am in school because of some bullshit that happened, so I have to worry about that right now. But like, going back to saying like TikTok and then YouTube, how I like set up an account.
Right.
I would love to have more longer format where I can go to a restaurant or some other place and talk about food or whatever, like go to coffee shop. Like, my notes app is filled with a bunch of content ideas. Like,
Good.
whenever I think of it, if I'm in the car, I'm like, Siri, make a note, like
Right.
whatever, and write it down. But yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that I would like to do, but still involving food and coffee because I grew up in a very big Italian Polish family, so the
Yeah.
food was mixed. It was good. Nobody was picky.
Right.
We would try a bunch of different things. My dad loves coffee, so that's where I get my love of coffee from. And
That's like even more specific to your content. It's like
Yeah.
legit coffee, and then like what would you describe your other like your food niche?
I
Really?
mean, I changed. I
So you've
used
done like
to be,
chicken wings, then you've done like pastry.
I feel like
you
it's
did,
mainly fast food though.
It is
Because I think the way that you operate is and really well too is through the drive-through.
yeah.
So I think like you found something that works for you in the drive-through where you can ask because it's like, and it's easy for you to film. And I think that's
Yeah.
another thing where like we talk about YouTube all the time. I have another buddy of mine who's a comedian, and like not this guy, but
One
I am a
stand-up
comedian.
set. One
I
stand-up
am a
set.
comedian.
And he's Adam Sandler.
but I have another buddy who's a comedian, and like it's interesting to talk to him about like how he films.
Yeah.
And how, for a lot of people who are on TikTok, the main goal is to switch over to YouTube. It's like, because honestly, at the end of the day, YouTube right now, it's better set up for creators. The funds are there. It's easier,
That's
like
number one. The money's there.
the money's there. And then a lot of time it's because of that longer connection, right? Like
Yeah.
if I watch you for 5, 12, 20-minute videos, I'm going to have a stronger bond with you
Yeah.
than I am if I'm watching a 20 or 30-second video.
And I could make that video that I'm posting once a week on YouTube so much better than how I'm like, not saying that I don't think my content is good because I'm like nitpicky with what I do and how I edit it and doing all that, but it's like I could put a week's worth of time and effort into making one video really good for YouTube rather than every day scrambling to be like, okay, do I have enough ideas to make that video daily for TikTok? Especially because what I do, I can't really film 2 or 3 videos a day because then I would be morbidly obese.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
like,
That's what I was going to ask you. I have on here because I know Dave Portnoy. He's like the big, like the CEO of Barstool. Like,
Yeah.
He's really busy, and how he really got sort of big and how his business got big was his pizza reviews.
yeah,
And like now he's so busy, he'll go out and shoot like legit 10 to 12 pizza reviews in a day. So he's
Yeah,
like eating a
it's-
whole pie
that's
in a day.
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Does it ever get like really expensive? You're like, oh fuck, I gotta go
so
spend
like
more money.
not originally, but when my videos were doing like the best, I was making back all that money on views itself.
That's
At
awesome.
the
So
end of the
Creator
month,
Fund, you're on it.
Creator Fund, been in it, out of it, currently in it right now
Okay.
because I don't see a difference. Honestly, how some people are like the
Yeah,
viewership.
Well, we saw it affect our views.
Oh, you did.
And like our exposure to the For You page. Like we don't have proof of that,
yeah,
but we can kind of tell.
It's a hard thing because we've been on TikTok for about 1.5 years now.
yeah,
And we've been in it, we've been out of it, and I don't know. Like, there's a part that says, "Hey, I want to go back in it," but at the same time, right now, because I don't consider us big yet, so it's like we prefer the exposure, and like
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
rather go for these bigger brands, try to get some help to progress the show. Like if we get
Yeah.
if we get one big, we've talked about it. If we get one big sponsor that could help progress the show, just give us a little bit of money that, as a creator, can help us put like. And that's what we value a lot about bigger creators
Yeah.
such as Mr. Beast, and we talk about Mr.
I
Beast
love
all the time.
Mr. Beast so
is
much.
like he's not a flashy dude. Like he'll take. I mean, he is, but he's like his content is, but like him as a
Yeah.
person, he'll take that money and put it back into the show.
He said, what is it? He puts like 100% of the money. Well, 100%.
He makes sure
obviously
he
has
lives.
to pay and
Yeah, he
whatever.
does his taxes. He makes sure he
Yeah.
lives. He pays his friends.
But majority of it, he's putting right back into the next video to make it where he's like the creator that's making it for. He's really making it for us as the viewers because
Correct.
he includes us in the videos, and even if like we're not one of the people that he's selected to be in the video, which funny enough, did you see the Squid Game video that he did?
I did,
Yeah.
Kid from my high school that I grew up with was in that video, and I saw the
way.
thumbnail and was like, no fucking way. I thought I was tripping out. It was like I bugged out, but like that, whereas like somebody that I know was in a Mr. Beast video, that just makes me want to watch more because I'm like, he's just picking everyday people.
He
But
really
that-
is.
Like I've heard him talk because I watched an interview with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that can get difficult sometimes because if you're getting like random fans and doing like a drawing, like oh come
Yeah.
join the Chocolate Factory video,
Great video.
and then they're one of the 4 or 5 contestants on your show, and then maybe they just don't have that personality that shows over well into the video, and then it could make the video bad. So it's tough when you want to get fans involved.
Yeah.
Because then he'll say, oh, I had a couple fans, I auditioned them, flew them out, and I was like, they just for some reason they froze up on camera, like
screen
they were
test,
talking
yeah.
about, and they just didn't produce good content. So then he has to throw in his friends. That's why he uses his friends a lot on his videos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then you're creating like a sense of community. You're creating characters.
Yeah.
We've talked about it too, where like a bunch of TikTok people, like they do skits and stuff. It's I consider it a modern day sitcom.
Like
where-
Two Turn Tony.
Two Turn Tony's a pure example, right?
yeah.
Like it was his nanny, and then his sister got involved, his brother's there, and then his dad, or he started with his mom, really,
Yeah,
right?
Pissing her off.
Yeah, right. And now it's like his dad's a full-time character. He just put his dad into retirement and like paid off like all his
Yeah.
dad's stuff, and he can go into retirement. And he creates these skits, but it's like a little sitcom where I get him for a minute,
Yeah.
and then every like couple days I'll get like another edition, like another episode, right?
Yeah.
And it's just interesting. But that's our goal, right? Like the idea of a sponsor isn't to pay us; it's for us to be able to put money back into the show.
Yeah.
And that's what's awesome that what you're doing, and you're saying like, oh, because I thought about that same too. It's like your content depends on you buying something.
Yeah,
Right.
Where,
and
like,
I
u-
hate
us
that I picked
don't.
that too. It's so
Well,
annoying.
Didn't you say before the show you had like a sponsorship with Starbucks? Did they
Not-
help with that
it's,
or no?
It's
Do you
not
want to
like,
talk about the like?
Yeah.
You just want to talk about your sponsorships and kind of how that works to help set you off.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like most of these, majority of the brands, right? They're one-offs where I'm not, like, they're not constantly paying me for
Yeah.
every video. Like Starbucks, originally, I just liked the brand. I would go there, like you said, like the going to the drive-throughs because I also think the drive-throughs and why I stuck with fast food and stuff like that is because when I'm doing those videos, it's like I'm telling a story where the people that are watching me, they're like, okay, what is he going to get for $30 at this random place? Like, what are they going to give him to eat? What's this drink that, like, I did theme drinks for a while too, where I was like,
The anime drink.
The anime drink, the
Star
one-
Wars drink.
I did a Star Wars, I did
So-
an anime drink, I've done a favorite Netflix show, and somebody gave me a drink out of like Queen's Gambit.
That's
or
what
whatever.
he wants to do for our
Oh, I
testing
love that
lab.
show, dude.
That-
He's like, oh, let's combine an alcoholic drink that kind of resembles like
Yeah.
Thor
Well,
or
so
some
I
shit like that.
so something we talk
I
about
think I heard he
entertainment.
stole it from you. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's not true. Don't say that. That's not true. But I've talked about it where like I love superheroes.
Yeah.
And I know people try to make superhero drinks, but I would love to be able to be like, hey, like let's make a Spider-Man drink or like our version of a Spider-Man drink.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, what's different alcohols that we like? Maybe we use something local. Maybe we use
Yeah.
a beer that's like we have breweries around here
Yeah.
that kind of tell our story of New Jersey and New Jersey boys, but also like play into our show and our fandom and that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So
So those work well. So how's that tying with the sponsorship?
Yeah, so going back to the sponsor thing, so like Starbucks, I remember, so it's not like an official sponsorship. I'm not sponsored by
Right.
Starbucks, but I'm a creator that they've recognized that's gotten views using their products and stuff where they follow me on Instagram and TikTok and stuff.
That's dope on their end. That's
It-
cool.
It was I could tell you exactly where I was when they followed me.
that
I
was
was
pretty cool. Yeah.
Bud Light never does that for me.
that would be great. Bud Light,
fuck.
come on, man. What the hell? Life's a party, bro. Live it up.
I turn my back on Bud Light now.
But
But you
so
remember that they DM'd you. So I
Yeah.
was gonna ask, did you reach out to them or did they reach out to you?
they followed me, and I got the notification, but I looked at my phone and I was like, Starbucks, it's probably not, because it doesn't show you the check on,
Oh,
on
really?
your like if you opened your phone on your like main screen, it just says like blank followed you. It doesn't give a verification or
Okay.
anything. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like a fan account or
Yeah.
something like that. And then I opened it and I was like, blue check, holy fuck,
Start
Starbucks just followed me.
hyperventilating.
Dude, so then I DM'd them saying like, "Oh my god, thanks for following me. I love you guys, blah blah blah." And then the first time that they sent me something was for their 50th anniversary. They sent me a care package and a gift card and were like, "If you use the money for a video and like you could use it for anything that you want, whatever." So I chose to do I went to the Starbucks by my campus, got as many drinks as I could for whatever the gift card was.
Yeah.
And I went around, and it was during finals week, so I went around to my friends studying, and I just gave
that's
them. I
awesome.
just
It's a good
showed
video.
up randomly and gave them
you
drinks.
You shot a video, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, of course. And then they were like, so if you use the gift card for a video, put the hashtag for the holiday campaign that we're running, because it was during
Yeah,
the
yeah.
holiday time or whatever, and like that's all you need to do, and just let like whatever. So
That's dope.
I do stuff like that where they'll give me stuff to do, but it's never like full paid. Would I
Yeah.
love to be officially have like a Starbucks sponsor?
I know.
Hell yeah.
Do you know
That's
like other
crazy.
influencers who are kind of like the Starbucks realm? Because
Not,
I don't know any. off
not
my head.
personally.
You might be the Starbucks guy.
I could be.
You could
I
form
mean,
into.
He's like, I would
Stas,
love to be.
I am
Look
Starbucks.
at the camera for that one.
If
I
you're
would love to
listening-
be.
I am Starbucks. But like, no,
Gotta get rid of the
not-
Dunkin' drink now. That's what I
I
gotta
know.
put it on here.
Well, I'd like to consider myself a legal Dunkin' slander page.
He doesn't like you don't like Duncan, right?
It's not that I don't like Dunkin'. It's that
The people.
the people that work at Dunkin'
They
are,
have the worst fucking employees. Let's just say it how it is.
but it's
They
also
fuck up my order every day.
it's but
Yet you still come back. You're addicted.
Well, I'm not a big Buc-ee's guy.
You don't like Starbucks.
But it's also like the environment that Starbucks has for their workers that I respect more is because like they help them with school, they have benefits for these people.
They got like Chick-fil-A vibes.
Yeah, minus the homophobia.
Yeah, that was actually not a very good comparison on my end.
But for the sake,
From a person perspective,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And an employee care perspective, yes.
yes,
Yeah, they
very
take good
much.
care of them.
Yeah.
I didn't think that one through.
It's all
That's
good.
all me.
It's good. That's why we love it. It's the shit that you don't even think will come up. But I mean, I've gotten videos from sponsors that like they will give me money for the video, not like pay me and say, okay, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars to make 3 videos.
Right. So
They
it's
will
like if it performs well,
yeah,
we'll help you out.
yeah, like Bubba Coos, for example. It's more of a this coast jersey type thing. I mean, I know they're around the country.
What are they exactly?
Bubba Coos. It's like similar to Chipotle, but it's more of a.
Oh, I saw that video.
It's more of like I don't know how to not Tex-Mex, but also like Baja type shit. Like you can get blackened shrimp tacos. You can. There's just different shit. So it's
Yeah.
similar to a Chipotle vibe, but not. So for them, like the deal that I have with them is like, which I can talk about because there's not like a disclosure thing or whatever that's called, but
An NDA.
an NDA,
Yeah.
yeah, non-disclosure, sure, that one. But
I don't even
for
know what that is though.
Non-disclosure
Well, I
agreement?
know. Well, I know. Well, I'm not gonna get that. Right.
oh,
I was gonna bring up the Deshaun Watson, but we don't have to talk about
Nah.
that.
Keep your lips shut before
Yeah.
you say something else stupid.
uh-huh. But like Bubba Coos, every month they send me X amount of money to put into making the video, and they give it to me in the form of like on their app that I
Right.
have. So it's like they're putting the money straight into my account to use for that. So they'll give it to me once a month, and I could split it up however I want. But mainly I'll do one big mukbang video like I normally do and stuff. But I
Oh
could
yeah, that's why I gotta interrupt here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a mukbang?
mukbang.
We've
I
talked
saw
we've
this a
talked
while
about this. I've talked about
I thought that was
this
like your
before.
own thing. I literally have here on my notes. What the fuck is a mukbang? I don't know what that is.
Mukbang?
That and your like signatures, like you do reviews in your car. You do the whoop 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 whoop. I was actually like writing the outline down, and I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and I'm sitting there going whoop 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 whoop, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, we're having Stas on. It's this thing. Whoop whoop. I'm practicing it so I can do it good on the show."
Actually,
that
you
was
want-
pretty good.
That was a good one. High pitch, a little whoop whoop. But you know where I got that from?
What?
Honestly, like, yo, I was
if you
listening.
stole it, don't say you stole it.
No.
It's just yours now.
No, I didn't even steal it. It's from a fucking Schoolboy Q song. When he's like, Oh my God, what? Why can't I? Oh my God. No, it's the Schoolboy Q with Kendrick in it. It's like, oh, let your chitty ching ching could buy anything. Collard Greens, Collard Greens, right?
It's Kendrick, right?
It's
Lamar.
Kendrick and
Oh, yeah,
Schoolboy
yeah, yeah.
Q. But it was like in the song, he mimics. I keep hitting the mic.
You're good.
He mimics like a cop siren, and he goes whoop whoop. All right, let me get this sound, and I'm
Yeah.
like whoop whoop. All right, whoop whoop.
I do
So
hate
then
that.
I did it, and I was like, this is my thing. I'm using it, but I heard it in a Kendrick song or Schoolboy, whoever wrote the song. I'm sorry, but yeah, I heard it in that song, and I was like, I vibe with that.
It's great though, because you have to like be an influencer. You have to kind of find your thing.
Something that it's that, and let's get some foods too.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
it.
That's.
that
I
one-
feel like that's where I associate you with.
Like going like when I was in the like working at the Olympics and stuff too, because I've done Japan and Beijing. I have now friends that are in NBC that are talent because
Yeah.
I'm working one-on-one with them. Where like one of the guys that I'm not gonna name drop, but one of the guys, he's really big for NBC for the Olympics and stuff.
Mike
And-
Tirico.
No, he's a homie though. Love Mikey T.
Well, Mike Tirico's a homie. He's the
Mike
homie.
Tirico is a homie. He was great. My mom hated. My mom's like my boss at NBC.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yes, I remember you telling me this.
Yeah. So like I told her, I was like, oh, I met Mike Tirico. I met Mikey T, and she goes, please tell me you didn't call him Mikey T. And I was like, no, I called him Mr. Tirico, and he told me to call him Mike. So I was like, all right, Mikey. And then we're just like,
At least you
homies.
didn't call him Mr. T.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been too corny. Like, but going to the whoop whoop being my
Yeah.
thing. When I went to the second Olympics that I worked at,
Where was that at?
it was in Beijing, but we
Gotcha.
didn't go to Beijing. I stayed
Right.
in the Stanford office where the
Gotcha.
home office is for NBC Sports. But when I went in, I saw these people that I worked with at the Japan or the Tokyo Olympics. One of the guys that I'm close with, first thing he says to me when he saw me, he goes, let's get some foods. Whoop, whoop. And I'm like,
Dope, dope.
hello. I was like, dude, we're at work. Come on. And he was like, it's fine. We're in showbiz. And I was like, I get it. But
That's a
I'm-
cool signature to have. Like you
Yeah.
gotta develop those signatures. I mean, like we do like life's a party. Life's always a party. Let's go.
But even just our name too,
Like
like I'll see
partiers.
people like say like, "Yo, life's a party!" Like
Like
it's just
Four
kind of that
Loko
vibe.
Girls.
My contact name for you in my phone is Paul Life's a Party, baby.
There you go. You gotta represent.
Yours is
Oh.
Stas whoop, whoop, in my phone. So.
Whoop, whoop.
Do you ever like get like shy about creating? Because you meet a lot of Olympians and like Mike Tirico. Is there ever a time where you like want to maybe not push the boundary, be like, how do I make a video with him without making it seem like I'm using him for views? You know?
So like obviously there's people at work that
Have high profile files.
yeah, they are high profile people and stuff, but the ones that like I'm closer with, obviously, where I can, fuck around with them, and we're pretty much friends outside of being like that, I work
That
with them
space,
or whatever.
yeah.
So I know the people to go to if I wanted to make a video where like when I was when we were doing Beijing, I was in a video with one of my friends who is a on-screen talent for NBC too, and I've been in videos with him,
Yeah.
and he has no problem being in videos with me when the timing is right and stuff, because he's obviously doing stuff outside of
Yeah.
just the Olympics and everything. So like currently he's
Right.
back in Japan right now, but he lives close enough
Yeah.
where it wouldn't be an issue to go make videos and do something. But like there are people that I work with that want to be in videos with
Yeah.
me, so that's cool, where I have these like celebrity, and I don't want to air quote it, they are celebrities in their
Yeah.
own right, but like these celebrities and these people on TV that are asking, they're like, let's get some foods and like shit like that, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
they want to be
dope.
involved, which
and it
is
makes
pretty
me
cool.
feel like really happy, but also I'm like, it's weird. I don't take compliments well.
Why?
I
mean,
don't
they're
know.
like superstars or celebrities watching your content.
Yeah, I know.
And, like,
that
name dropping,
freaks
that's
me
dope.
out.
And
That
enjoying
freaks
it,
me
and it's
out.
like a mutual respect thing. Like I
Yeah.
think it's really cool.
That should get you up in the morning and be like, oh shit, like what I'm doing is dope, and I should just keep doing
And
it.
people
Like,
are watching it, respecting
People
it.
like
yeah.
because one of the things we just want people to like it. Like,
Yeah.
do we want to grow? Yes, but at the end of the day, as long as we have like a core group of people that
Yeah.
like fuck with us and like to listen to us weekly, that's all really matters. If you affect one person or whether it's a million, as long as you're affecting someone in a positive way, it's dope.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, like I do appreciate those comments. Very much so. It's just when they happen to me in person, like in real time and not over the screen, it's like weird to internalize it that somebody actually of this like status watches my stuff and I'm like, that's insane to me.
Well, that just goes to show that what you're doing is good. Like we talk about this from us as well.
Yeah.
It's like we know. It's just we almost bring this up every episode, but it's like we know our content's good, and we know that people like us, and we're like likable people, and we're funny, and we have good chemistry. It's just whether or not we can get that exposure to get
Yeah.
more of a following.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, so I'm watching a guy do it right now where he does roller coaster content.
Oh, that's
and like
sick.
And like I love theme parks and like roller coasters, and we talk about theme parks on the show here.
Mhm.
And I've been following for a long time, and like his TikTok, it was it was pretty low. I think I got around like 7,000 followers, and that was months and months ago.
Mhm.
And then I've been watching him slowly grow, and he was at like 70,000 followers on TikTok for a pretty long time, probably like 6 or 7 months, and he just couldn't grow. And then he had a video. I've looked at it. It's at like 32 million views right now, and he jumped up, and right now he's at like he's almost at 200,000. So he like almost tripled his viewership.
Yeah.
Within probably like a few weeks span, and he made videos after it, and everything's been
yeah,
doing
yeah.
really well. And if you look, I mean, when you get a viral video like that, and you get a lot of following, the rest of your videos start to perform really well.
Yeah.
Because you have all these new people that flock to your channel and like clearly like you
And want to see
and
the
want
other
to see
stuff that
more.
you
It's
made.
just there needs to be one piece or two pieces
Yeah.
that like give you the exposure to allow an audience to find you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with us. We had a few videos, the same idea where we got a massive following, the videos did really well, and then now all our content is doing that same like level. And that's what I see with him. I'm like, okay, clearly like all his videos now, they were before maybe getting 10,000 views each.
Yeah.
They're all getting anywhere from like 40 to 200,000 views.
Yeah.
Every single video, and it's people like his content didn't change.
Yeah.
Like nothing changed. It was just one or two videos exposure.
Got it.
People
yeah.
seeing, oh, I like this. Oh, here now, and then it's like all the videos, everything's doing well for him, and I think it could work for anybody.
Well, you were talking about how you were getting like a little bit frustrated about like it doesn't seem like you're growing at a much faster pace like once that TikTok
Yeah.
following number goes up. But like you kind of have to think of it as, because we've been in the same boat recently,
Yeah.
but you kind of have to think of it as like you're building your portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So you have a portfolio of good content and videos for where like, oh, someone finally does see a viral video of you doing a review. Now they can go back because your reviews are everlasting. They don't age. Like they
Yeah.
can go back if they fuck with you and like you and watch all those old videos, and then those numbers will increase.
And it's like I do post like some like here and there I'll
Yeah.
sprinkle in videos that have absolutely nothing to do with my niche, which is why like I like now that TikTok has
Playlists.
the playlist. So in one of my playlists I have it's just called randoms, where it's just miscellaneous videos if I think of anything, which pisses me off sometimes because I got a rental car recently and got pulled over and I recorded.
Oh, I saw that video.
Dude, I go, what rental car company gives you a fucking car with the whatever expired? 300,000 views. What the fuck?
So-
a video that
Now
I
you
had.
didn't put the effort in.
No,
like the
I
other one.
recorded it on Snapchat in my car, saved it, and posted it to TikTok a day after I posted it on my story on TikTok.
That was like the Dunkin' Donuts video you had.
Yeah,
It
pretty
wasn't
much.
much production in that either. It was like dark out. And you were
Oh,
getting the donuts, and
dude.
you're like, they only gave me 5 donuts. Viral.
1.2 million views for me telling people that Dunkin'. But that's the thing. Those types of videos, regardless of if it's my niche or just like a little random shit that I throw in, those videos are the ones that people are obviously going to talk about and say
Controversial
something.
shit. That's what Paul like makes
We
our
always
TikTok
talk.
Yeah.
I mean,
around
it's
controversial shit.
it's an automatic in, right? Like
Yeah.
if someone, I have a thing we call strong opinions that no one cares about, or
Love
like,
that.
and it's basically like. It's if I like Coke and you like Pepsi, right? Like we
Yeah.
could probably go for an hour.
Fuck
but
Pepsi, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a big Coke
Oh,
guy.
the fuck
No,
up.
he's a Pepsi guy, whatever.
I'm a
But
Pepsi.
that's
not a cola; it's sugar water.
We're not gonna do this right now.
There's
Maybe
no- there's no-
We might have to take this out to the parking lot after.
We
the
could
show.
talk about liquids all we want. That's kind of my thing.
that is his thing. But that's a
is.
big debate in history and like pop
Yeah.
culture. But at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter.
No.
But it intrigues a lot of people, and like people will watch it, people will comment on it, and
Yeah.
we always talk about how comments on videos, like if you can get someone to interact with it, like you struck a bone, like
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that's always a really good thing. And
You try to go in your comments a lot, and
I reply. I was actually just gonna see like how many comments that video one video got.
It's crazy how
whatever.
like you put all the production in these other reviews.
It's so
and then
annoying.
you take like basically almost a Snapchat video that you would just send me for the
Yeah.
fuck of it and post it and it goes viral.
Where-
But that's what I talked to him about before you say how much comments you got
yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm
But
still trying to find it too.
like we want to get guests in studio to have a show.
Yeah.
And we have some virtual guests set up, which isn't what we really want because it's a different experience when they come in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen TikToks go viral with virtual guests
Yeah.
because the content's good.
yeah, it
As
doesn't-
long as the content's good, no matter the quality of the mics, the quality of the picture, if the content is good, it will go viral.
Yeah, and like just again tying it back to the Latin before I drop this because it pisses me off that this video did so well for no reason. It has 319,000 views even with 288 shares, 286 comments, and 177 saves.
That's wild.
But all the comments on this video are people like talking shit about Enterprise, Avis, Hertz. They're like,
Yeah.
at least your car didn't have a bag of cocaine in it from the last person and you got pulled over. I'm like, well, that sucks even more. But like shit like
Yeah.
that, it's just
You want controversy, and Paul also talks about the importance of like the share button on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Share
huge.
Yeah, I mean sharing, and I think one of the biggest things with TikTok in general is like, other than the other social media platforms, is that people like having something they can relate to,
Yeah.
and that they connect with, and like the share button is literally that's what it is. Like it's like, oh, I really connect with this, or I think this is funny, or like. For example, like I have two buddies that I see a bunch of golf content.
Yeah.
Like I saw a video which actually fits our show really well. It was a guy, it was on the putting green, and he had a bear coming at him, and it was like a bear, and he was just slowly walking. And the guy's trying to putt, and
He's still trying to putt?
and the guy who's filming him was like, "Dude, come on, let's go." And he's like, "No, no, no," and he's trying to putt, and the bear is like literally just like slowly crawling towards him, and it just
If you can make that putt, you can make any putt there is
Oh
out
my
there.
god, get that guy to
I
the
made a
tour.
fucking putt with a bear a foot away from me.
so
Oh my
like
God.
that
Beat that
type,
Tiger Woods.
yeah, that type of
Tiger
content.
Woods is my neighbor in Florida.
Okay.
there.
Well,
See, it connects
have
on
you met
multiple
him?
levels.
No, I met his mother. His mother, I believe, lives in that house full time. But when they were building it and shit, I was kind of annoyed because, like, it's this big plot. It's like a 10-acre plot of land that's next to where I have a house in Florida, and I used to like ride a dirt bike and a quad through that area, and then they just out of nowhere just walls went up, and I'm like, who bought it? And then my grandpa's like, oh yeah, Tiger Woods is moving in, and I'm like, oh, that's acceptable. But never got to see him, sadly. But
that's such a casual like drop right there. Yeah, I used to be
Tiger Woods. Yeah.
he was driving back to that house when he got
Oh,
nixed
really?
by the cop.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that was,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was very fun.
You
And
didn't go help him?
I lived on a private road. You know how many cops were there and people and shit. It was so
crazy.
annoying.
The traffic there was probably
Oh,
wild.
whack.
So from a content perspective,
Yeah.
I've a lot of creators have talked about this, where you create a bunch of random videos, right?
Yeah.
That you have like your niche, but at the same time, Ryan's gotten on here too. You've done some Omegle stuff. Now,
oh, yeah.
now
Those were fun.
We'll definitely talk about because I've been watching you, and you've been branching out. You've been really trying to experiment, which I think is
Yeah.
awesome, and I think a lot of creators try to do, but it's so hard because of this reason. Now, if something like a video that's not in your niche does really well,
Mhm.
does that ever bother you? Because it's like, hey, this is not what I want to be known for. And then
No.
it might attract a lot of people to your page. You might get followers expecting that content, but that's not what you love to do or love to make.
Well, like going like how you touched upon the Omegle stuff, I made so all my Starbucks and food review stuff happened after COVID, after like lockdown.
Okay.
And prior to that, when I was in my house, I have terrible insomnia. So I would be up till like 4 a.m, and I would go on Omegle and just fuck with
So
people.
that was your original content, do you think? Or one of
yeah,
one of
kind
them.
of. Yeah. So it's like I saw that when I posted it, it did well, and I'm like, okay, this did well. Let me do another one. Kept doing it, but I would be able to like get 4 or 5 videos out of one session of
That's
Omegle.
true.
So I had content to put out,
Right.
and they were doing well. Like again, this is during COVID times. They were getting like 30K to 45K a video or whatever. And I was like, cool, this is going well. And then I just happened to do the Starbucks thing, and that did the first Starbucks video I did got 800,000, over 800,000. I was like, this we're gonna do and
Yeah.
redo it. So if I do something branched out from my niche and I see it does well, that's cool because I could just add it into my week rotation of content and be like, okay, say Omegle started doing well again. Mondays are Omegle videos, Tuesdays Starbucks, Wednesdays Dunkin', blah blah blah. However you want to break it up, and then you have the playlists. Put them in the playlists, and then it just helps more with the content organization and helping me get more content ideas out. So I wouldn't say that it would bother me. If anything, I would get excited because then I get more.
You get another piece of content and another series.
Yeah.
Right, that you can do.
And it makes you like reliable. Like we talk about the importance of just posting shit on time.
Yeah.
Like we have to make sure that our podcast episode, which ironically it's not
today. It doesn't go out on time, no.
But we have to people expect, whether if it's 10 people, 5 people, a million people, they expect our episode to come out at 7 p.m. On Tuesday nights. Like we have to be there for them because they are taking time out of their day. They're gonna go home, have dinner, and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna watch Ryan and Paul Life's Party." Like being there and just like a safety blanket. Like, oh, every Tuesday, Stas is doing Starbucks. I can't wait to see what he drops Starbucks review today.
And like I take, I'll read my analytics and stuff too, where it's like I see majority of my followers are on at 5 o'clock. I get out of my summer class at 4:25. I post my video for that day at 4:25, getting out of class. Where if I have shitty service or whatever, it gets posted by like 4:30ish or whatever.
Yeah, but it's
half hour before the peak viewership, so I get that extra little half hour of people on or whatever. But I also change it up depending on the season, because like now that it's summer, most people, especially people our age, which I don't like that TikTok doesn't let you see the age demographic that you have.
probably a safety thing, and
But
just like
YouTube
marketing towards like. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it might be a COPPA thing, but I don't know if if that applies to anyone older than 18. Though.
Yeah, because like I know YouTube, you have an age breakdown of your stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like I noticed that over the summer, most people our age are working during the day, and then at night they're going out. But most of the people, though, after work and between work and going out or doing whatever, there's that little spot between like 5 and 9:30. So now during the summers, I post at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, I never really like valued the importance of time posting.
It's crazy.
Like, even my personal account, I would post like shit on my Instagram at like
At midnight,
11:30
like
p.m.
what, like 12:30 at night. I'll get
Paul's
tagged.
like, "What are you doing?"
I'll
dude?
get tagged in like Ryan will try to like promote the show. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
What are you, Letterman?
Then he gets like 30 likes on it. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, cause it's 1 a.m. People are asleep. Like time.
When do people watch our TikToks? Because you have that down, right?
Yeah. So so Stas is 100% right. Where the thing is, it's not supposed to be like. TikTok is trying to go away from the importance of time, right? And I think as the algorithm is consistently changing, it all depends. And I agree with the idea that no matter what, if the video is good, people will see it.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, you shouldn't really care about it, but you can look and you can see what your peak time is.
Sure, it helps. It doesn't hurt you in any way to see when majority of your followers are on.
So and the thing that I've heard is an hour prior.
An hour prior.
So it's an hour prior to your peak. It gives it a little time to build, people to see it, and then it'll grow. For us, I like to do. I like 6 and like 9. That's what I really, really like for our demo.
69.
I was just gonna
that's what we
say
do.
golden number.
That's what we do.
Beautiful number.
And that's what I like.
How we started getting a little following 69.
Yeah, we had some 69 like jokes.
Everyone
that
was
people
trying
would...
to be the 69th comment. 69
Yeah, but like, dude, you see like stuff like that too, where some people might take that as like crude humor. It's like, dude, it's just funny. They're little things that you say that pique people's interest enough to comment something or do some engagement.
Even Mr. Beast, they still, dude, they love doing 420, 69. Like they talk about it all the time. So it's just fun. But even in the summer, I started changing last year. We were doing noon. We were doing noon, like 3 and 6 o'clock.
You're posting 3 times a day on TikTok?
For about a year, we were basically posting 3 times a day. It all depends for us, like, right? And I think if we have the flux of content, if we have the stuff that we, is good. It's like, if it's good, I don't want to be putting out crap.
Yeah,
but a lot of time, too, is like just exposure and like getting your name out. And I also agree with, I'm a big fan of Gary Vee. And we've talked about
He's
Gary.
a Jersey guy.
Yeah, he is. And we've talked about
him on.
We talked about That would be amazing.
Oh my God, talk to Matt about Gary Vee. He does the best Gary Vee impression.
Oh, does
It's
he?
so funny, dude.
And he
He's
just
great.
talks about, the importance of posting. And it's like,
Yeah.
a lot of people say, oh, is it quality or quantity? And in this business, I think it's a little bit of both, where it's like, just post all your stuff, because at the end of the day, by posting more, by posting consistently, you'll get better and your quality will get better.
And when you
So it's
post
just-
more and more frequently, that one video out of, like, say the 5 that you posted that day that did the best, rewatch that video, see what you did in it, and then just do the same thing but different. And then people, they would ask me, they're like, what the hell are you saying? Like, that old the Kobe Bryant thing where he's talking to Kanye, he's like, are you the same beast and a different animal and all
Yeah.
this or whatever? People
Yeah.
were like looking
What
at
the
me
fuck
like,
you mean, Kobe Bryant?
Yeah. And then people are like, what are you saying? And I'm like, okay, look, I did Starbucks and it did very well.
Why'd it work, right?
Why'd it work? And then I did it, and then I was like, okay, I did that video, and then look at the next one. I did the same exact thing at a different place with a slightly different wording, but you're watching the same shit, just different, and that's why people kept coming back. And like I said before, I was like, I feel like me doing it at a drive-through or in my car one makes it more personal. I feel
100%.
one-to-one.
Yeah.
Also, that's like the dude from YouTube. Do you remember that guy? Weird, skinny white dude. He would dress up in a suit and he'd do food reviews in his car, monotoned.
I bet if
No.
I saw him.
Oh,
I'd
I
probably-
know what you're.
You know who I'm talking about,
I
right?
know exactly who you're
Dude,
talking about.
I used to watch him all the time as a kid and never put the 2 and 2 together. Or as a kid, he's like our age, but like, back
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And like, I remember watching it and I put 2 and 2 together like last month. I was like, this kid is why I thought like I felt comfortable doing this, because I watched it and I knew it. And like, it's the little storytelling thing besides making it personal, where it's like, okay, Stas just asked from this random place, give him X amount of money of food. What is he gonna get? Is he gonna like it? Am I gonna go out and get something that he ordered? Or like the Starbucks drinks too, the outrageous shit that I've gotten, like where somebody made me a drink after Charmander, and I was like, if you go to get this drink, please do not ask for a Charmander, because nobody's gonna know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And like,
has there ever been a time where you did a review and it just never made it to posting?
no, I post everything. I don't care.
Everything.
I'm so even like as a person, like in real life, I am open about everything. So
Right.
if it's a shitty review because it's a shitty product or I didn't like it,
That's what makes it interesting.
yeah, because
And then
I'm
you
not
just feel
gonna.
honest too.
Yeah, exactly. And like, obviously, if a brand reaches out to me, I want to test what they're giving me first. And if I don't like it, I will straight like tell them, be like, look, I
Yeah.
don't like your product. I am sorry. I don't want to make a review that's dishonest or blah blah blah.
No, that's great.
And most of the time, honestly, those companies will respect you more for doing that than putting out some bullshit forced content.
We so like we have that okay, Paul's waving me off. He's waving me off, Ryan. It's ISO. We're
But
trying
that,
to get out of
that's,
the way.
that's the
I'm
type
not
of
gonna
creator
do-
you want to be. And I hope that we strive for in the future. It's like basically liking products.
I'm not gonna do it just
that
for
we
the check.
represent.
All right,
yeah.
one more creator or influencer question, then we got to get into a couple fun like food questions.
Nice.
Yeah. So you said you talk about how you put a lot of shit in your notes in your phone.
Yeah.
Which is great. I do that as a comedian.
I do that too.
Are they all food based and review based?
I have kind of, but not really. Like,
Don't reveal them because I know they're your like creator. we
fuck-
might go steal them.
That's cool. That'd be fine with
Oh,
me.
we might take some of your stuff.
You might have a
It's
lawsuit.
a dog eat dog world out here.
You might get sued, motherfucker. Yeah, try.
Go ahead. You know what? Do it. Do it. I'm a
I
little-
might fucking drop kick you. That might happen.
Some of my like in my notes, like I have them split up where like one of my notes is like titled food drink video ideas, and then the other one are YouTube food drink video ideas, because they're gonna be different for each platform that I'm
Right,
gonna do.
yeah.
And then I
Different
have
styles.
yeah, and then I have, like I mentioned before, like I started because like I jam out in my car whenever I'm driving anywhere. So I had the thing where it was like rides and vibes, where that is already a taken account name, so you can't steal it.
Or like a thrift, like you're a fashion guy, like a thrift shopping
Yeah,
kind
like
of
if
video.
I even if I, so like my goal like when I transition to YouTube will be mainly keep it around food and coffee and stuff.
But your intro is more of like a vlog thing.
Yeah,
which
because-
we are eventually we're gonna start doing.
because like my interests are like I hate that I can't focus in on one thing and be like, nah, this is my thing. I'm interested in everything possible. Like,
I'm
so
the same way. Paul
so
gets
I
mad at me. He's
want
like,
it.
dude, we gotta do one thing.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
like, I
Like,
like all this other
well, it's
shit.
hard.
People want to follow me
It's-
because I want to talk about shit and do shit that I like.
And, like,
if
when-
people like it, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's why
But
we're.
at the same time, you gotta understand, right? Like, how did you find Dave Portnoy?
That's true.
Pizza reviews,
Yeah.
right? Like, you find someone. I think of Charlie. Charlie was a dancer on TikTok.
Yeah.
She's gonna be known for that. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. But at the end of the day, like, she barely posts dancing videos anymore. She doesn't do it.
Yeah, I
She-
finally turned around where like he's gotten into my head where it's like Disney. I'm not a big Disney fan, but I understand the importance Disney is to us.
Yeah.
Because it opens the door to our other content.
Yeah,
So I get
yeah.
it. So I get that we got to push Disney.
Plus, I
It's
like
more
it. You know what I mean?
I love
and I
Disney.
like talking about it.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's good talking points too.
Well,
But
I'm,
like,
I'm the Disney guy.
but
now,
like
so.
transitioning to YouTube
improved.
eventually, like
Yeah.
I would like my YouTube channel to be more of me doing other shit that people don't see that I like. If you met me for the first time and you only knew that I did coffee and food stuff, like that's the only thing that you knew, like looking me up on social media, you would never know I play 3 different instruments. I was a 2-sport collegiate athlete, like all these other
Shit,
things. Went to the
we missed
Olympics.
that in the fucking outline.
I know.
Yeah. but like
Our podcast, they still don't fucking know that.
You're a terrible stalker.
I know.
but like other shit like that. So it'd be like I want people to see more of my interests outside of just food and coffee. Don't get me wrong, I love cooking too. I would love to do. Somebody commented like, "Can you do a what you eat in a day video?"
That's
so
like that would also that fits your vlogging style.
Yeah.
That fits the food and drink style.
Yeah.
That fits you could cook in there. Like,
and
That's
that
like
I
the man on the street. It's always successful.
always and that time I did. That was the only time I've ever done a video of that style out of nowhere. Posted at normal time and whatever, but didn't expect anything over maybe like a couple thousand views just because it's like a tester. But that video ended up getting, I think it peaked at like 13K and stopped. But I'm like, okay, 13K is still a healthy number.
There's still people there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a healthy number where people were like,
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What do you consider a successful video?
uh,
Just hits the 10K.
That's hard. That's a hard
Hits
question.
the 10K or
you know, no, you know what it is? Honestly, I say personally, which I'm pissed that they haven't been hitting this recently. I think it should be 10% of your viewership should be your average
So it's a
amount of.
percentage. Okay.
I think
I
like
didn't
so
think
I
about it
have
like that.
so like I have 195K. I
Yeah.
think average I should be getting at least 19,500 views per video.
Makes sense.
I'd put us at like 23,000. We
Through just pure like followers.
I think that might be kind of low.
10%.
Yeah.
No, I mean we have videos that, but that's the thing.
But
like,
I'm talking about just your followers.
Yeah.
I'm saying 10% of your followers
Okay,
views.
okay,
So
okay.
obviously, like, you know, if it gets to 19, for me, if it gets to like 19,500 and then it hits the For You page,
Yeah.
it's obviously going to give it more momentum. But I'm talking purely like from followers, 10% of your followers should be how many views
Gotcha.
successfully getting.
Are you a big analytics guy? 'Cause you're a little pissed off that
Nah,
TikTok doesn't have the age range.
Nah, it's not that I'm a big analytics guy, but they do help a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
in,
No, they do.
in
They do.
content
100%.
prepping and all that stuff. And like I've grown to appreciate analytics more, but I'm not like looking every day be like, oh my god, my analytics are
Yeah,
going
they're
down.
there.
and
You
up."
should use them. You should
I should.
utilize them.
I'm just looking at how the videos are performing. If I posted the video at say tested out a different time,
Yeah.
and then I see like go back and be like, all right, you posted this one at 5 or. Posted this one at 5:30 instead of 4:30 and it did better than the 4:30. Go and post at 5:30 for the next 2 days and see if it, you know, it's
Yeah,
doing the same
it's
numbers
all-
and stuff.
Social media, I have learned, truly is an experiment, and everyone's learning. And it's like the algorithm's changing, the apps are adding new features.
Yeah.
Like it's just and that's what makes it fun too. It makes it
Mhm.
fun, it makes it enjoyable, and you get to test different stuff out. So
And
All right,
people don't
before-
realize the back end too.
Yeah,
like
that's
of all
true.
that
The
stuff.
grind. It's a fucking grind.
it is a grind, bro.
So before we get into the fun questions,
Yeah.
and one outrageous statement that I have written down that you've said in one of your videos that we're going to address here.
Oh God, I'm
And I know
scared.
Paul-
Oh,
I know-
I don't disagree with
Oh,
this
I'm
statement.
scared.
All right, we'll
Go
get to
ahead.
that, but before, I'm gonna be really pissed if we don't find out the fucking 3 instruments and then the 2 collegiate
yeah.
sports you played.
Oh, okay. Does that first?
Yeah,
That's first.
Okay, so saxophone, ukulele, piano. I also play mallets, but that doesn't. I don't really count that because it's pretty much piano just with hammers.
I used to play the sax.
Yeah.
when I was
you
little.
did used to play
I
the
was
sax.
I was a prodigy, young
Love
prodigy.
saxophone. That was one of
And I
my
quit.
favorites.
They put me in like 4 different bands, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing
I used
it.
to like jazz saxophone. That was like my favorite
Yeah.
to play.
I like sax.
Sax is good. Sexy instrument.
It is a
cool.
sexy instrument.
Dude,
yeah.
saxophone and piano. I'm fucking set. And then 2 collegiate sports are I played lacrosse for my first 2 years of college, transferred out of that school
You got the
because
lacrosse hair. got the
Yeah.
style.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're it's a
I'm-
hockey, lacrosse, even baseball.
But
kinda
get ready
hair.
for the second sport because
the-
nobody ever thinks looking
Bowling.
at me that I play. No, soccer.
Oh,
Fucking
I can see
soccer
it.
for. But like I'm built like a lacrosse
Yeah,
player. Like I'm
yeah.
not like I
Well,
play with so
when
many
you start
kids.
lifting, like later, because you don't see a lot of buff soccer players
That's what-
often.
you see a lot more lean
Yes,
players where
yeah.
it's lean muscle,
Right.
not bulk muscle. I mean, like I don't know. I was like the fat, chubby kid growing up, and then it kind of like through puberty and working out,
Yeah.
kind of just turned more into like thick mass instead of
I know
fat. You
touched
know
on
what
it,
I
but
mean?
what's like the fitness stuff you do with the gym? Like once a week, right? It's like what kind of idea?
Oh no! I go to the gym every day.
no, but the video. Weren't you doing videos?
Oh yeah.
What do you usually do? Because all I saw was the one like
I'll
what you
do
listened to.
I'll do going up to people asking them what they're
Right.
listening to and shit,
You
or
said shake video. You were making shakes
the
and
shakes
stuff.
because the retro
Oh, okay.
retro has like a smoothie bar, and a
Right.
shake bar. So I'll go up to the people who are working there, and I know them.
You
and
should do the
stuff.
one trend where the guy stands outside the gym. He's like, "Why do you go to the gym?"
Oh, that'd be cool.
He asks every person who comes out, like, "Why do you go to the gym?" It's like, "Oh, to stay healthy." Like, or
You see all the
anxiety or
different answers.
something
That's
like
good. I
Yeah.
like that.
That'd be a good one
Yeah,
too.
mix that one
There we
in
go.
there.
We'll give you some ideas. We'll take some of yours. You know.
I do like the what are you listening to videos though at the gym because like going up to some people and asking them what they listen to and then hearing something completely different
Yeah,
than
yeah,
what
out
you
of
think.
left
yeah.
field.
Like, dude, my one friend Danny, he's hit a bench PR listening. He hit a bench PR 315, 315 bench to Jellyfish Jam from SpongeBob.
Nice.
True story. No, like,
hey,
dude,
whatever gets you going.
dude,
Whatever
he was
gets you
listening
going.
in one of the other videos. It was fucking some song from Star Wars, and then the other day he was I don't know.
So
he
the
just
one guy had
listens-
no music.
Yeah, that one honestly.
What are you going through
That
right
one
now
was
in your life?
planted. That one was
I
planted.
actually don't mind no music sometimes.
I listen to no music. I'll go no
Just
music.
keeps people away from you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like act like you're doing something, but it keeps people
All
away.
right, to the outrageous statement that I
Oh,
had.
yes.
This is outrageous.
Yes.
Stas said in one of his videos, I forget what it was.
Oh,
I think.
God.
All right, well, he says that Burger King has better fries than McDonald's.
Oh fuck yeah, baby! Stand by that. Oh my god, dude.
I don't think anything Burger King. Burger King chicken fries I like, though I've gone recently and they haven't been crispy enough.
they're too dry. The chicken.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the chicken fries, but dude, I am a full Burger
They're
King
not salty.
stan.
I don't know if they're not salty enough. I don't know if they're a little too fat for me.
The chicken fries?
No, the
Burger
French
King
fries.
French fries. Have you
Yeah.
had them recently?
I think I have, yeah. Because I usually
Did
I
they
go get
change the
milkshakes from-
recipe?
Because they're
Or did they
like
change?
They did change them like recently, but I don't know what that within 5 years or something like that. But dude, these fries are gas. They're like they're gas. Whatever oil they're using, like the taste of the potato and the oil are so fucking good. McDonald's fries overrated, overhyped. They're flappy, they're flobby, they're
Love
skinny.
Love
not if you get a
McDonald's
fresh,
fries.
not if you get a fresh batch.
Oh, what do you ask for? No salt?
Well,
So
yes,
make that,
no, that's
you know
what you
that's
do,
bullshit.
that's what you
know
do.
that's bullshit.
What? How?
I remember watching that on YouTube somewhere where somebody said that was bullshit. I don't know. Quote me
So
on it.
no, so it's my mom's aunt.
Yeah.
So we called her Nan.
Yeah.
That was her secret. She said I asked for no salt. They have to make a fresh batch, but I don't understand how they could do that. But it makes sense. She said it was always hot, crispy. It was better, and then she'd add her salt later.
I don't know. There's something about the Burger King fries, and I have no sponsorship or connection with Burger King at all.
Well,
This
they
is
might be out of
just-
Hit
business
this man
very
up. He's a
soon.
big advocate for
It's-
you.
dude, it's great. But like, dude, those fries, it's just like the perfect thickness, and like they're all these. I don't know. I like if they use a batter on them rather than just.
I mean, he is
regular.
the food guy. So.
But you know who's got good fries too, though? Like, not. Oh my God, Wendy's has gas
Wendy's
fries.
I like
slept
Wendy's
on.
fries.
Wendy's
Dude.
food is slept on.
100%. I think Burger King is too. You know what's funny
Burger
too?
King's not slept on.
Dude,
You get 20 million nuggets for $1.
Dude, somebody commented on my video after I ate the chicken nuggets. I was like, dude, I like their nuggets. Somebody goes, they taste like moose knuckles. And I go, moose knuckles?
If you
Do
get
you know what a
fucking-
moose knuckle is? I was like, no, it doesn't.
If you get fucking 50 nuggets for $1, there's no shot they're very good. There's no shot.
Gosh, I mean, McDonald's could probably do the same thing,
True.
but they don't.
Paul, let's pick one. Let's do two more.
Okay, we'll do some questions. I'm a
Yeah.
big burger guy.
Yeah.
What's the best burger you've ever had?
In general, or
Let's
from
do
like,
like
one of the
a fast
food
food restaurant.
Habit
If you had to
Burger.
pick
Habit Burger.
Habit Burger. Oh, I've heard of
The
Habit Burger.
They opened one by us.
The chain.
Yeah, I've never been there. I've heard of them.
There's
chain?
yeah. I mean, like
Like
it's
a small chain.
like a
it's a-
mom and pop kind of chain.
No, I mean they started in California. There's a bunch of them there, and then there's like a couple spread around the country too. But they opened one near like my house and stuff. And
Oh,
I
you'll have
started
to go.
going, dude. They got like ahi tuna sandwiches, teriyaki burgers, like chicken sandwiches, and pot. They have everything. But their burgers are so good because they don't taste like shit, like shitty quality. It tastes like meat. It tastes like a good grilled burger. They're making it. The kitchen's open,
That's
so you can
nice.
see them grilling it in the back.
That's
and
why I
stuff.
like Five Guys.
Five Guys is
Because I
too
could
good
see
too.
them grilling the thing. I've never had a McDonald's burger, Wendy's burger, Burger King burger, just because like I see how they just be flipping that little fatty around there.
Yeah.
I'm all right. They just be like, I don't know. I just
So,
don't trust it.
I don't know. This is really one. I'm really on the Shake Shack wave
Okay.
lately. I know people are
Yeah,
either
I've
for it
seen
or
your
against
Snapchats.
it.
I've seen your
I'm-
Snapchats.
The problem is,
Shake Shack.
the problem.
for 5th day this week.
The problem is, I told my girlfriend this. I was like, dude, like they shouldn't have built this Shake Shack. It's like 2 minutes from my house.
Dude,
Like
the
my
Shake Shack's also connected for people to know. It's connected to a Kava, a Panera, and a Chipotle. So you have like
Yeah, everything's right there, and a
So-
Chick-fil-A. It's right next to the
and the
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
too.
and the Chick-fil-A.
But I've been on that wave, and then if you look a little higher scale, I really like Bear Burger.
Dude, I haven't
been
been to Bear
fire.
Burger yet, but I was talking to a girl like last year, and she lived by or like,
Organic
swore by it.
hamburger.
Yeah.
So good, dude.
Or actually, you know what? I forgot about this place because they closed. Zin Burger.
I've heard it.
I've
I've
heard
never
of
Zin
had it.
Burger
I've
was
heard of
the fucking best. It's not. It's like a sit down burger joint where it's like they have a bar. You can get like a wine paired with the burger.
That's why I like
a
Bear
beer
Burger.
pair-
Bear Burger's the same thing. It has an
Yeah.
open bar.
Yeah,
like
that.
it's awesome.
But
yeah.
dude, they closed and I was so pissed, but I would always get the Zin Burger, which was a Kobe beef burger, cheddar jack, or no, Monterey Jack cheese, and Zinfandel braised onions. And it was the fucking best burger with a side of truffle fries.
I love truffle fries.
Thoughts on In-N-Out Burger
Never
and
been.
Mr.
Yeah.
Beast Burger?
Never been to In-N-Out. Really upset
I've never
about
been
that.
either. He just went.
I just went. I was in Arizona a month or two
A
ago.
lot of people say it's like not as
It was
hype.
okay.
Yeah.
The fries were great, and
I did hear the fries
the
were good.
vibe is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's very friendly, it looks clean. Everyone's
Yeah.
super happy to be there. Like it was just a nice vibe.
Haven't been haven't been to In-N-Out, want to because of like
Yeah, you
know,
have to.
the
It's like a thing.
stigma of it. It's like a good whatever. But Mr. Beast Burger,
Yeah, you do
I
those.
tell the
You've done
reviews,
those
I
before.
forget how you
Yes.
liked it though.
I do
You did
like it.
twice, right?
I did. So for people who don't know, Mr. Beast Burger is a ghost kitchen.
Yes, we've
So-
talked about it on the show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like they're a ghost kitchen, so obviously it depends on
Who's
your
making
area
it,
and
yeah.
who's making it. So when I'm down the shore and like I order it from wherever Mr. Beast Burger is down the shore, beautiful, delicious,
really?
so good.
Gotta be right around the corner.
Oh, I hope so, but it's so like it is so good down the shore. I haven't had it up in North Jersey or anywhere else, but from my experience, I like it. It's a little expensive, but I understand because they have to like pay for the rent in the ghost kitchen and do
yeah.
that type
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
But it's quality. It kind of reminds me of Fuddruckers.
Yeah.
Have you, all right,
Fuddruckers is
last question.
great.
I want to get this in, Paul. Calm down. Best way to eat an Oreo.
Do you like-
with
Do
your
you
mouth?
open it?
With
Do
your
you-
mouth?
Does he?
I
does he
soak it.
do Oreo content? Where's the Oreo question
I don't know.
coming
It's,
from?
it's something that I thought was
Okay.
Oreos.
worthy.
I love Oreos.
If I'm eating an Oreo, it's a one pop in
Just,
the
just
mouth.
the whole thing in your
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah,
So you don't like split it and then lick it. Like I
Nah.
soak it in like in milk. And I'll just hold it in there for like 20 minutes until it gets soggy and I'll put it in my mouth.
If I have like milk, like first off, I don't like milk. I like almond milk because regular milk's gross to me.
Yeah.
But like if I don't know, it depends. But if I'm just like grabbing a cookie real quick or something like that, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna pop that sucker in and just go with it.
Like a pill. All right, so we're gonna get out of here.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
coming on. We appreciate it. So if you guys want to follow Stas on social media, you can follow him on TikTok at StasLem, STASLEM. It will be in the description of this video on YouTube, on all of our platforms. We'll even show it up during the video of YouTube as well. Instagram is at Stas Lembryk. His full name. It might be private though. so
private.
it's private.
Yeah, maybe just stick to TikTok.
Yeah, just stick to
TikTok's
TikTok.
cool. TikTok's cool.
But we appreciate you coming on. This
Thanks
was
for
fun.
having me.
Yeah, definitely give
Great
him a
time.
follow. We got a lot more to talk about, so we'll
Yeah.
we'll definitely have you back on.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it. As always,
Music, take us out.
peace.